There is no such thing as failure. Failure is just life trying to move us in another direction.
Voices of virtue.
Hello, everyone, and thank you. We are so grateful that you all have joined us today. We are now having Table Tea with D. Again, we're having Table Tea with D. Table Talk with D on today. Yeah. So y'all get relaxed too. I'm so relaxed. I'm excited about what we're going to talk about. Some of you may have tasted it, tried it. I don't know. But guess what? We're going to talk about it anyways. What are we going to talk about, D? We are going to talk about interracial dating. Yes, interracial dating. And some of you may say marriages, but I can't talk about interracial marriages because I've never been married to someone outside my race, but I have dated outside of my race. And so, in that is so many cliches, so many things you hear people say that's, well, it could be true for them. That's why you can't judge everybody's situation the same. Okay? But first of all, foremost, before I say anything, God created all of us equal. I mean, He does not see color. So none of us should see color. Yeah, we know racism is alive and it is what it is in these days and times. But that's not God's way. And with all that being said, to talk about the interracial dating, yes, I can talk about that part because I have done interracial dating. I don't know. What's your feedback on it? I mean, to each his own. I mean, I have a lot of friends that said they would never, ever, ever, ever do it. Date outside their race. But that's their prerogative, like Bob Brown would say. But anyways, as for me, it wasn't a choice that I made. Like it's something I just plotted out. Said, well, since I was hurt by a black man, I want to date a white man. It wasn't like that. It didn't happen that way. Okay. It's just something that happened. And I have no regrets about it. None. I have no regrets about it. And what I will say is, like when some people say, oh, this is how white men treat you, this is how black men treat you. I believe everybody have their own way of treating a person because that's who they are. I mean, you can have a black man abuse you, or a black woman abuse you. You can have a white man abuse you. You can have a white woman abuse you. You can have a black man cheat on you. You can have a white man cheat on you. You can have a white woman cheat on you. It works the same. It happens. Okay. So nobody is exempt. Yes, the cultures are different. We do certain things different. Yeah. Eat our food certain kinds of ways, cook them certain kinds of ways. We dress our tires a certain kind of way. That is so true. That does not take anything away from it. But however, I believe in my heart that when it comes down to a relationship and dating, I think some things, it still all depends on that person. It's not about a color. What are you saying, Cheryl? Because I've heard people say, and this is the truth, because I'm very inquisitive. I will ask questions to none. I don't mind asking questions. Okay. And I've asked the question, why do all seem like quote unquote wealthy or black celebrities seems to always go 90% of the time get a white lady or another race besides a black woman? No, I'm not. Of course, you already know I'm not racist. I dated a white gentleman for 2 years. But what I'm saying when I say that, I mean, you look at it and it's the truth. It's the truth. It's like it is what it is. It's like they get to this status in their life and they feel, to me, this is my own opinion, like a black lady's not good enough for them to be on their side. It is what it is. I mean, I don't care how you look at it. Statistics are real. You look at the facts. But then you look at the white celebrities and white gentlemen compared to the black. How many of them compared to black got a black one? Okay. With all that being said, they are for sure showing us it doesn't matter, right? In which they got the armor. And so when I asked this question to a gentleman, because I like to ask questions to the opposite sex. See, we can, as females, can't think like them, right? And this one particular gentleman, I can't, talk about all of them who I ask. I always ask questions. And his answer was, he said a lot of men talk about it and said because black women are too emotional. Black women critic is bad. Yeah, really. Right. I'm not gonna go there right now. Okay. I'm just saying what was told to me. Why some black men do the white women, whatever. That's what was told to me that a lot of men say. Yeah. And one thing we do see a lot is that a lot of white ladies, they stand by their man no matter what they do. But see, it is what it is. A sister ain't gonna go for that. Well, not all of us. But a real sister, she ain't going down like that. Nah. You can only go so far. Yeah, forgiveness is one thing. Yeah, I know what the vows say. I know all of that. I know. But some things, nah. Nah, I'm sorry. No. The buck gonna stop somewhere. But anyway, I'm not judging nobody that say don't stand by your man. Don't go say, Cheryl say don't stand by your That's yours. That ain't Cheryl's, okay? I'm talking about Cheryl's behalf. So with that being said, I'm like, wow, that blew my mind. Especially when it said about the credit. What? Baby, I could have tapped that thing about white women. I ain't talking about nobody though. But I'm a black woman. You telling me this is what y'all black men are there saying? Really? Okay. I ain't getting my emotions. I ain't getting my feelings. So I didn't tap it. No, I didn't clap back. I didn't. No. Because I asked the question. So I had to be ready for the answer. Right? Right. So I'm trying to help us sisters out what some of the men out there saying about us. They saying I know. He also said keep up too much drama and all that kind of stuff. Whatever. He used that kind of word too. But anyways, that's one of the things. But as far as experience with dating a white man, it was wonderful for me. It was wonderful. I don't have any faults to say what happened with me. None. I mean, he didn't treat me bad. He treated my entire family like his own. As a matter of fact, truth be told, he stepped in as a father. At that point in my life, everybody know my story now, that, the kids were abandoned and I was abandoned and the father wasn't there to help. And he stepped in and did things as a father. Yeah, he did. He really did. And that's not taking anything from him. And what I do know is, I had a former pastor, and he said, this is not getting off the subject. It's just giving reality about how some cultures are. He was talking about our race as giving in the church, and not just in the church. Let me take that back. Just giving compared to their race. And he said, yeah, the white people, they may not get all radical. I mean, we know some of them doing Pentecost, whatever. He said, but they got the principle of giving. He said, that's why so many of them are blessed. I mean, we got a lot of black people blessed, but he's just talking overall. Are so blessed. They have the principles of giving. They may not dress like we dress, but follow them home and see what they got. You got some of us, we got an $80,000 car sitting in front of an apartment. Teach his own. I ain't beat you up for in your Corvette at the apartment. No, don't go say shit. No, that's your money. Do what you want to do. I'm just saying. Okay? I'm keeping it real. But he said that, and it was really profound, really profound. I go to a ministry where the giving is, oh my God, the love and the giving, they really are the heart and hands and feet of Jesus. No church is perfect. None. Okay? But I'm just speaking of what experience that I do witness. But anyways, back to self and talking about the interracial dating. Don't go judging and saying, oh, white men are this, oh, black men are this. All of them are not the same. That's just like, we've heard it said many times, all black, all men, no, Take that back. They don't say it that way. They say all men are dogs. That's not true. That's not true. There are some good men out there and some good women too, you know. But just like how they want to label all preachers and want to label all men just because of some make it bad for them, want to give them. No, that is not true. That is so not true. And when I say you can't just judge, just like how one food item may be nasty to you, say you don't like it, it'll be good to somebody else. You can't judge what somebody else taste bud is like. You can't do that. You can't go and say what somebody else shouldn't do. You don't know what that person's desire is. You don't know what God put in their heart to do. You don't know. Don't do that. Because I tell you, when I was in that place, I know that gentleman was God sent in my life. That's a book by itself. You know, but I'm saying that just to say that we can't go and say, oh, we shouldn't. No, we shouldn't be racist. Okay? And we shouldn't go and, let me say this one too. Don't go be judging people's body parts because of race. Y'all need me get no real than that, right? Raw. Y'all not slow. Don't go judging because of the color of their skin, the size of their body parts. Okay? I didn't stutter. No, I didn't. Don't do that. Don't do that. You don't know. You ain't been in that man's pants. You ain't been in that woman's underwear. You don't know. Okay? You don't know. Because guess what? You got some people, that's all they want in a relationship is sex. Notice I didn't say making love. That's all they want. Notice, and I'm never, ever advertising fornication. I am not. So when I ever talk about this, we talking marriage, okay? But when I say that part, I'm talking about what we as people talk about when it comes down to interracial. Don't do that. You can't judge nobody. You ain't been with them to know what they have, what God done blessed them with. You don't know if he over blessed them or under blessed them. If he blessed them, he blessed them. That's what he wanted to do. So stop talking about that. Okay? Because guess what? You're probably short in some areas too. Because I know I am. Okay? Do you want to know what is short? It ain't your business. But anyway, I love you. I love you. I love you. This is table tea. We ain't got to go say all that off the wall stuff. We just here to have a good time. But anyways, in interracial dating, y'all, please respect another person's choice. If you see them out, just say out and about in the stores or whatever, it's okay. Don't look at them like they got something on them. Don't do that. They're human. They're human. They like each other. Apparently they do. They're together. I remember one time, if anybody know the Louisiana area and a parish, we have parishes here, we don't have counties. And I went to this, he and I had gone to this restaurant, and this particular parish is known for being racist. Okay. They got their racist stores, signs everywhere and everything. And we had gone to this restaurant. But I'm saying this part to show you how they for you. They're not going to just be with you and not have your back. And we get to this restaurant, and I promise you, we waited. We waited. And we waited. Everybody getting served. People came in after us. We waited. And he was like, babe, do you see what I see? And I pretended. Can't lie. So I just pretended. I'm like, what? You see they're not coming to our table, huh? He said, do you want to leave? He said, they're being racist. He said, I know it. They're not coming to our table. Say, we don't have to take this. We can go. I said, no, I'm fine. I mean, I knew what parish we were in. I knew what to expect, But what blessed me, he was not allowing it to happen to me. And he acknowledged it. Usually when we see, we're going to see it right off the bat. It is what it is. We know it right off the back. But he acknowledged it. And he told me, we don't have to take it. Let's go. But I chose to stay, I chose to stay, they ain't gonna let me out, And of course, me being who I am very vocal. If anybody know me, they know. That was a night I didn't even say anything. I didn't. Because, a lot of people try to look at us as going off the chart when things happen, That's just how some of them try to judge us or whatever and think we all going to, explode. But nah, I have in life. Yeah, don't get me wrong. Yes, I have. Many times. Many times I have done, crazy stuff. But that night I didn't. I was humble. God kept me humble. And I thank God he did. And so with him being a white gentleman, I know he didn't heard about how black women, quote unquote, act. So I'm sure he saw a side of me like, no, that's not true. She's not acting like that, So that's why I say we can't judge people. Get to know a person for yourself. Don't judge a person in their relationship. If like I say, we're at table T with D. If you don't like interracial dating, well, that's your choice. That's fine. Believe in it. Go for it. Don't do it then. But don't tear somebody down and be all raised, do silly things to them or whatever just because they do. And don't go about the cliches of things of what you believe. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you never know, how an interracial relationship may help get someone delivered. They may have a parent or a sibling that's racist. And a lot of times you see when it's like that, they don't accept that other party, whether it's the man or the woman that, whichever one that's racist or whatever. They won't accept that person in. They won't accept the grandchildren. I see it a lot. It happens for real. Know of some personal that's happened to, and who's to say just because they came together down the road, God stepped in, deliverance stepped in because that son or that daughter didn't bow down to the racism. It helped got some family members delivered from it. So that's what I'm saying. We can go and we can say things, but we don't know why God allowed things to happen in our life. We just have to be obedient and just go and just let him be God. Because he's God all by himself. Don't try to figure it out. No. Just as long as you're walking in obedience, doing what he told you to do, it'll be okay. It's not the end of the earth. It's for a reason that he has called you together. I'm not saying he may have put you together with him to marry him or her or whatever, but it's for a reason. Because when I tell you, and I'm going to say this because it relates to a relationship, and this could help anybody. One thing that I did learn from that interracial relationship that this gentleman taught me, after coming out of another relationship, you've heard that the saying, hurt people, right? And that is true. If you're not healed, you can hurt another person in your relationship that you get in. You should be healed first before you even try another relationship. Please make sure you're healed first. Because what I found out happening in our relationship, I used to apparently do certain things or say certain things that made him say like, she's not trusting me. She's acting like I'm cheating on her. She's acting like I'm him or whatever. And he told me these words one day, and I want you to remember this. He said, stop assuming. Don't assume everything. I am not him. Stop assuming. So when things seems as though they are, because see, the enemy knows our pressure points. He knows our weak points. And what he would do, he would trigger those points. Okay? He'll trigger them. He knows what to get us to go off. And so that's why you got to be careful. So what I have learned to do is I've learned to take that word assuming out of my vocabulary. When I want to know something, instead of me saying, oh, you did this, huh? Oh, I know why you did. I ask the question. Now, if they refuse to answer me or if they get upset, that's their business. But I'm going to ask the question, and then I will come back and I'll say, well, I don't want to assume. I will not assume. So I choose to ask you the question. So I dare you to in your relationship, in your marriage, in whatever, not just that, your job, anything, where you go to church, any place, any situation in life. Don't bring on assumptions, because they can sometimes be lies and hurt someone with your, assumptions and stuff. Don't do that. Ask questions. Don't do that. No. Just because it seems like what it may not be. Because that's just like when somebody's talking on a phone and you hear part of the conversation because it's close to you and you think that person said something. Oh, he said that, huh? No, that's not what he said. No, that's not what she said. You're trying to hear the conversation, but because you're hearing from a distance through a phone, it sounds like something else, but it's a whole different word. Assuming. Now you're getting mad over something that's a lie because you're assuming. So if you got that word in your vocabulary, I know sometimes you got to use it for whatever. I mean, it's in the dictionary, so it's a word. But don't utilize it for the wrong reasons, okay? But anyways, with the interracial dating, if you don't remember anything that I said today, don't judge nobody else's relationship. You go in, if you're in one, you go in it and you and that person, you walk in it with your own selves. Don't think about how nobody else is dealing with it, okay? Because it's between you and that person, okay? Because God loves us all. He has no respect of person, okay? So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this table tea with D, and we will have many, many more. And I want you to always remember, there's no one to be, no one to do, a better you. Thank you for tuning in to Voices of Virtue. We love you.